Hello everyone! What's up to my channel? Sa videong ito, pag-uusapan ng tungkol sa planetang Saturn. And I'm sure you all already know this. Pero ang gaano nga ba kalawak ang ideya mo sa planetang ito? Halina't tuklasin. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun, with the largest planetary rings in the solar system. It is the second largest planet after Jupiter. And recently, with many other moons being discovered, it surpassed the number of Jupiter's moons and is now considered the planet with the most numerous satellites. And Saturn is a gas giant and is composed of similar gases, including hydrogen, helium, and methane. Saturn is the most distant planet that can be seen with the naked eye. It is the fifth brightest object in the solar system and is also easily studied through binoculars or small telescope. Saturn was known to the ancients, including the Babylonians and Far Eastern observers. It is named for the Roman god Saturnus and was known to the Greeks as Cronus. Saturn is the flattest planet. It has a polar diameter of 1% of 90 from its equatorial diameter. This is due to its low density and fast rotation. Saturn turns on its axis once every 10 hours and 34 minutes, giving it the second shortest day of any of the solar system's planets. And Saturn orbits the Sun once every 29.4 Earth years. Its slow movement against the backdrop of stars earned it the nickname of Lubad Sagush. From the ancient Assyrians, the name means the oldest of the old. Saturn's upper atmosphere is divided into bands of clouds. The top layers are mostly ammonia ice, and below them, the clouds are largely water ice. From the layers of cold hydrogen and sulfur ice mixtures. Saturn has oval shape, storms similar to Jupiter, and the region around its north pole has hexagonal shaped pattern of clouds, and scientists think this may be a wavy pattern in the upper clouds. And the planet also has vortex over its south pole that resembles a hurricane-like storm. Saturn is made mostly of hydrogen. It exists in layers that get denser farther into the planet. Eventually, deep inside, the hydrogen becomes metallic. At the core lies a hot interior. And Saturn is the most extensive rings in the solar system. The Saturnian rings are made mostly of chunks of ice and small amounts of carbonaceous dust. The rings stretch out more than 120,700 kilometers from the planet, but are amazingly thin of only about 20 meters thick. Saturn has 150 moons and smaller moonlets. All are frozen worlds. The largest moons are Titan and Rhea, and Enceladus appears to have an ocean below its frozen surface. Titan is a moon with complex and dense nitrogen-rich atmosphere, and is composed of mostly water and ice rock. Its frozen surface has lakes of liquid methane and landscape covered with frozen nitrogen. Planetary scientists consider Titan to be a possible harbor for life, but not Earth life, like for space have visited Saturn. Pioneer 11, Voyager 1 and 2, and the Cassini-Huygens. These are all missions have studied the planet. Cassini orbited Saturn from July 2004 until September 2017, sending back a wealth of data about the planet, its moons and rings. And Saturn has more moons than any other planet, and 20 moons being discovered in 2019, bring the total of 82 and 3 more than Jupiter. And now, let's compare Earth to Saturn. And as you can see, blue one is the Earth and brown is the Saturn, and it is so much bigger than the Earth, with the light years away from us of 460 and 148 million kilometers of the distance from the Earth. Galileo Galilei were discovered and observed them with telescope, and a first up-close view of the rings were called by the Pioneer 11 spacecraft, which flew by Saturn on September 1. Saturn rings are made up of billions of particles that range in size from tiny dust grains to objects as large as mountains. These are made up of chunks of ice and rock, believed that have come from asteroids, comets, or even moons that broke apart before they reached the planet. Saturn rings are divided into 7 groups, were named D, C, B, A, F, G, and E. The F ring is kept in place by 2 of Saturn's moons, Prometheus and Pandora. These are referred to as shepherd moons. Other satellites are responsible for creating divisions in the rings as well as shepherding them. Saturn's atmosphere is composed of primarily of hydrogen, where 96%, and a helium 3%, with traces of other substances like methane, ammonia, acetylene, ethane, propane, and phosphine. Winds in the upper atmosphere can reach speeds of 500 meters a second. This combined with heat rising from within the planet's interior cause yellow and gold gas. Bago po kayo mag-exit dito sa aking channel, ay huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-subscribe. At sana nakatulong ako sa pagdagdag ng kaalaman. Maraming